So good day, guys and girls. Today is about a week away from the release of Season 4 of Call of Duty Warzone Caldera, or Warzone Pacific, depending on how you name everything. So what we're trying to do is just go over some of the issues that we've been dealing with, especially as console users, and more specifically Xbox console users, but PlayStation is not immune to this either. I play with lots of PlayStation users and they're having problems. But what the main point of this video is that don't get excited when Season 4 is released and all of a sudden you as a free Xbox Live user are not able to play Warzone on your Xbox. So just as a refresher, and if you're new to this channel and you don't know this, back on December 8th when they actually released the Pacific Caldera version of this game, you needed Xbox Live Gold in order to play this. Say hello to Ichabod Crane, making the appearance in the background there if you can't hear him. So yeah, you needed Xbox Live Gold in order to play a free game that had already been free to play since April of that year. So however many months that is, 8 months, it had been free to play, no Xbox Live Gold. New developers took over. There was a bunch of issues with that, and one of the issues was all of a sudden you need Xbox Live Gold. So December 8th, you needed Xbox Live Gold. Then January 8th rolled around, and it was the Season 1 update. And guess what? You needed Xbox Live Gold again. So again, if you're new to the channel, you might not have known that, or if you're going back in your memory like, hey, that's what happened, that's why I couldn't play. It's because you needed Xbox Live Gold again. They basically copied old code. They didn't do any beta testing except for the PC users. They didn't care about any console user at all, PlayStation or Xbox. And they just said, forget it, we'll just copy old code, release it, and nope, here comes the gremlin again, that you need Xbox Live Gold. Okay, so things go on, things are pretty good. April 27th, they release Season 3. Well, guess what? You need Xbox Live Gold again in order to play. This one wasn't very long. It was only, I think it was 2-3 days that one lasted. But some of the other ones lasted, one was 3 weeks. Again, I'm going back in my memory, but how they can keep messing this up, I don't know. And it just shows a sheer lack of laziness and that they don't care about console users. There's over 100 million accounts on Warzone. So how many of those are console users? Got to be at least half. And then of those, at least half of them have got to be Xbox users, So you're alienating, probably 25, 30, even more million players because of your oversights and the fact that you're not doing your job in developing, But I'm getting further off track. So even though Microsoft went ahead and purchased Activision Raven, we're still having these issues. So if in Season 4 you're having issues, you probably need Xbox Live Gold. Now, that wasn't it. So on February 27th, there was the Season 2 release, and Xbox users kept crashing. We couldn't even play the game. We had to wait until Activision fixed the problem. You couldn't even get into games. It would just keep crashing. So again, developers not doing their job, not beta testing, and not caring about us console users. So again, Season 4 is being released in a week. Some of the issues that we've been dealing with as console users, and this is PlayStation and Xbox over this past couple of months, is really like just unheard of. The hacking is just off the wall. I have blocked more players in the past couple of months than I had in the past year leading up to. So the fact that they say Ricochet is working is a joke, but I'm getting off the subject here. So specifically to Xbox, you can't join other Xbox users. This is kind of intermittent, but I have a few friends that I know are Xbox users. I'll pull up on the screen to actually go join them. I wonder if I've got any on that are right now. No, we don't. It's pretty early in the morning. But again, you'd pull up that menu, and even though they're on and they're joinable, it says joinable, and you know that they're in pregame lobby because it says in pregame lobby, or it says, you know, in a party waiting, whatever. You can't send them an invite and you can't join the game. It's just blocked out. So where you see that join game and the invite to party, it's both locked out, even though it would say that the party is joinable. And this is, from what I can tell, an Xbox only issue. I experience it every single day that I play in Warzone. Just absolutely inexcusable. So hopefully they fix that. I've had this happen, and another player that I play with, Propane64, he uses shotguns as a secondary religiously. It's in every loadout. He loves the Jack 12. He's had it, and I've had it too, running the combat shotgun, that you'll be literally point blank range unloading into a player and they're not taking any damage whatsoever. I've had it happen twice. He's had it happen, I don't know how many times, at least a dozen. So this could be somebody that's hacking, but more than likely it's some glitch in the game that hasn't been fixed or they won't fix. But what's really odd is that it's never occurred until this update. So are they using an old source code to develop these new updates, or what's going on? So hopefully that gets addressed. I have this happen every single game. I'll open up a box, out of the box pops a plate, armor plate. I'll walk over it and it doesn't pick it up. And it's not like you're doing this so quick that it misses it. It's, you open up the box and you see everything laying there and you walk over it, and then you're trying to plate, and I'm hitting Y button to plate up and nothing's happening. And then you turn around and look and there's the plate still sitting there. So I don't know if that's going to get fixed either. And I don't think that this is a problem only for console users. I think PC users experience this as well. But on the pregame drop-in, as you're actually flying in, the game will freeze. And sometimes it'll freeze once, and sometimes it'll freeze multiple times. And it's not a big deal because it's pregame. But again, you're trying to get in, get your loadout, kind of get warmed up, get a couple of kills, and the thing freezes, and the next thing you know, you're dead on the ground. So hopefully that gets fixed. And something that I've been asking for them to fix for, I don't know how long now, probably a year and a half or more, is when you're on a recon, and it doesn't happen to every player, I think it's mostly for console users, you get on that recon, your team's on the recon, and it freezes, and it just glitches, and if you're near any enemies and you need to get into a gunfight, you're as good as dead. You may as well just give up because it's freezing and it's choppy and I don't know what's going on. But I think that's more because it's a plunder issue and the developers really don't care about plunder. So again, you're trying to load up guns, you're trying to do contracts, and it's really frustrating because, you know, you're getting killed, you're not able to finish the contract because they're killing you, because everything's freezing up, glitching. You get it. So hopefully those issues are fixed. Again, we talked about this before. This is a wish list that I really wish they would address, but I know they won't. Is the number one is that when you're flying in, and it's the actual game, when you're flying in, they shouldn't be able to spawn camp you and shoot you out of the air. You should be immune until you get to a certain height. I don't know what that is, but you'll have these basically useless players that can't get their kills any other way, or can't win a game any other way. So they sit there and they spawn camp and they know where you're going to fly out of the air, and as soon as you pop in there, they're mounted somewhere and they're destroying you. So I wish they would eliminate that. I also wish they would eliminate that when you're jumping out of the plane, that people can shoot you. Over the past week, I've had so many players shoot me, and a lot of them are hackers, I will admit, because they're using a SMG with iron sights and they're just locked into you as you're dropping out of the air. But we've seen it so many times, we've documented it, that you'll be flying through the air, somebody starts shooting you, then you drop your chute, they drop the chute, they're shooting all the way until they hit the ground. and they're making contact with you. So I wish that they would eliminate that too, that you can't shoot people out of the air. And you'll say, oh well, you know, skilled players can do this and whatever. It's not skilled players. We've looked at the results of those games. We've checked the lobbies, and those people that shoot people out of the air, that's 1 or 2 kills of the entire game that they get. That's it. That's the only kills that they can get. They're absolutely useless players, and they can't get their kills any other way. But we're getting off subject. So I really wish they'd fix that. But most of all, they got to ban the hackers. They introduced Ricochet, that was November, I believe, maybe even October of last year, but they've only introduced it for PC users. PC users are the biggest offenders, but if you've watched some of the videos, some of the high-end streamers, they've been actually caught cheating, using cheats. So it's not exactly doing the job, but they need to release Ricochet on console, PlayStation, Xbox. You know, it's frustrating because, again, I've blocked more players than I've blocked in the past year or the year previous. I've done more now than then, and it's almost a daily occurrence that I'll hop into a lobby and it says player on your block list is in here, you know. So you got to wait for the match to start so the hacker can get in, and then you're stuck, you know, waiting for another lobby. And why am I being punished because that guy's a hacker? If I have him on my ban list, he should be kicked out, not me. You know, I'm the one that's obeying all the rules. Why is it that the hacker gets to keep going and keep playing? You know, they have this veterans charity thing that they got going on here. They don't have it listed, but basically what they're doing is they're tracking your how many kilometers that you've run in the game. I don't know if I've got, let's see if we can pull it up here. Probably nowhere to be seen. I got a calling card for it, for running however many kilometers in this game. So they can track how many kilometers I'm running around and how many kilometers every single player is running around on Caldera, and then give you a reward for it. You know, and I think it was 25 kilometers that I ran, so it gave me a badge. If you run 100 kilometers, you get another badge. So they can track all that. So they have the ability to track all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to hacking, they're just like, well, we're not going to do anything about it. And it's just, it's insane. We've been in hacker lobbies, and I know that it's hacker lobbies because you're getting killed by no scope players. You got snipers with no scope on them that are killing you at 200 meters. I had one that it was a sniper, and he was firing it like it was a bar. Like it was like tunk 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 tunk, like that. Like it was insane. And as somebody who loves the M82 sniper, I know that you can't fire any faster than that. You know, that's basically the fastest you can get for a semi-auto sniper. But you get these guys in here that are clearly hacking, and they won't do anything about it. I was in a Clash game. You know, guy gets 64 kills. He's got an SMG with iron sights on it, killing me at almost 200 meters away. You know, but he's still playing. You know, I don't get it. So, in the last thing, again, I'm getting too far off, I'm getting frustrated, but the last thing I want to say is leave Plunder alone. Ever since these new developers have taken over, they keep dropping Plunder, and then they'll throw in Clash, or they'll throw in, what's that one with the Payload? You know, like they'll throw in all these different modes. You have, right now we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 slots being used, and you have enough that you can put 5 and possibly even 6. They never mess around with Battle Royale. They never mess around with Resurgence. But Plunder, they'll drop it again. It's been dropped, I don't know how many times this year, probably 8, and is gone for an entire week. So for that entire week, I don't play. And I happen to know that a lot of other players don't play. They actually had it one time, it was I think in January or February, they actually had dropped Plunder, and the numbers had dropped so much in the people playing that they actually did a hot update, and in the middle of the week they brought back Plunder because they were having such little response to the game. So you go into Battle Royale, Look at that. You got quads, trios, duos, solos, rebirths, quads, trios, duos, solos. Why can't you just leave plunder up there? And then you'll get the naysayers that say, well, you know, plunder's easy, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and try it. If you're in a game with me and my squad, you will not win that game. I guarantee it. You know, my win percentage is 41%, I think, right now. You will not win that game. You can try whatever you want to try. You will not win that game. You know, the people that say that plunder's easy or plunder's just for loading up guns or whatever are the people that can't play plunder, period. It's not a challenge I'm throwing down. It's just the truth. You will not win if I'm in the game. You have a very small percentage. So stop messing around with plunder, please, developers. Leave it in there. You have the casual players that just want to get in and play something that's not as sweaty as, say, Champion of Caldera, you know, or they don't want to play on a stupid small size map like Resurgence with all the sweats that's all they do. They want to get in there. They want something that they can load up guns. They can get some kills. They can get some experience. And they can load up some weapons. And if they want, they can be a tryhard and they can try to win the game. But, you know, I think this is too much to ask for some reason. But that's my wish list. I've droned on for too long. So basically what I'm saying is when Season 4 drops in about a week's time, and you're an Xbox user, even it's happened with PlayStation too, if you can't get in, don't worry about it. You need to get Xbox Live Gold. Don't panic. You can subscribe for 1 month at a very low rate. Failing that, you can actually go in, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to Game Pass for $1 for a month, and Game Pass gives you Xbox Live Gold, and you'll be able to play. It's a workaround. We shouldn't have to do it. I agree. You shouldn't have to pay money. You shouldn't have to pay money to Microsoft and the developers. I get it. But if you want to play, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay if this update goes like the past 3 that they've done. The past 3 out of 4 went that way, and then the other one was crashing hard. So I'm not optimistic that everything's going to go smooth. And for good reason. They just haven't done their homework in the past, and I think they're going to do it again. So sorry for droning on. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, thinking about giving me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down, and tell me why down there. Honestly, constructive criticism, always welcome. You got any questions, I'll do my best to get back to you. If I don't have the answer, I'll try my best to find it or tell you. Yeah, if you're looking for content like this, you've found the place. It might not be the flashiest, but we'll get the content to you. The information's more important. Because remember, you never know unless you bear. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one.